first thing you're going to want to do to make this wreath is go ahead and get a coat on your hearts. I am not exactly sure how many hearts I'm going to end up using, so I'm just going to go ahead and paint 5 of them. But of course, you'll know how many I ended up using because you get to see the finished product. And I'll make sure and list that. So I always like to start with the sides on items like this. It just feels easier. Then I can plop it on down and paint the tops. You're going to want to do more than 1 coat on these just to get a nice even coat. I think it looks like maybe 2 coats is going to be enough on this. Now I'm in Cricut Design Space, and you can see that it looks like an absolute hot mess. It doesn't matter. And you can download this file on my site. You will have to purchase the little templates here for the flowers, but it'll all be color coded and ready to go if you download this file from my site using just this regular like soft acrylic felt. And this is the fabric mat for the Cricut. As you can see, I've cut felt with it before. It still actually sticks to it even though it looks like this. And I have one that I just keep for felt for this reason. So I'm about to cut. It tells me to go ahead and swap out and put in the rotary blade. So I'm going to do that. And then we'll get cutting these flowers out. They consider this just a standard rose, and the pieces that you cut for that one are these. So it's just the kind of flat circle and 1 leaf. And so to put this one together, it's really simple. You just start at this narrow end, and you're going to just put a little bit of glue. And I'll tell you about this little thing on my finger in just a second. You're going to roll that up. To lay that down and put some hot glue on the center. And I like to be generous with this part because it helps it stay. And then that little circular part just gets laid on top of it. And I think it's a good idea to just kind of press it into it, press it down some, and hold it in place a second. And you have your cute little flower. And then just add your leaf wherever you want. Glue. Now it's time to actually put together the wreath. We have the hearts that we painted earlier, and then all the felt flowers that we made using the Cricut, and of course our trusty little hot glue gun. And I've got some ribbon here that I'm going to use at the top to hang this, and I think I'm also going to use some of these Elmer's Craft Bond foam squares because I want to add some dimension between the hearts. I'm going to use them and hot glue because I'm not sure that these are meant to actually adhere to the wood, but they'll at least give me some dimension between the layers. So here goes nothing, right? Did you ever feel like that when you start a craft? Like, oh, I don't know exactly what I'm doing anymore. Okay, which is how I feel. So let's just hope this works and looks cute when we're done. All right, I'm gonna move some of these flowers that you can't see, but they're a little bit in my way. And I'm gonna start by just adding some glue on the embroidery hoop. And popping a heart on there. I do have the embroidery hoop with this at the top, the little screw at the top, because that's the way I want it. And so that means that I'm making sure that this heart is straight in line with that. I didn't put that one right where I wanted it, so I'm going to do it again. I'm going to put it up just a little bit higher there. Okay, now I'm going to add a second heart down here. And then I want to add a third heart here, but I want this one to have some dimension. I did paint 6 hearts. I still don't know how many of those I'm going to use, because that's how I roll when I'm crafting. All right, so let's see here. Right now I'm just trying to figure out exactly where to put these foam squares so that they'll stick. And I think that they're going to go like here. All right, so I kind of have them like that, if you can see that, so that they'll line up with these. And I'm going to just pick them up and add a little dab of glue below them. And I've got my trusty little heat cap thingy here, my Mod Podge little hot glue tip, because I don't like getting burnt by hot glue. I don't know anybody who does, but just thought I'd say it. Now these have set up a little bit, and I'm just going to peel off the backing paper. And like I said earlier, I'm going to add some hot glue on top of here because I'm really just using these to add the dimension. I don't think that they're designed for using to stick wood to wood. So now I'm going to just go ahead and do like maybe a dry run here to see what I want to do as far as the flowers. I'm just going to pick out some of my favorites. I think I like the look of that, and now it's just going to be a matter of using the hot glue and gluing them down. Right, there we have it. Everything is glued down. So now it's just a matter of tying on my ribbon. And I've got these 2 Ofray ribbons, a pink and a turquoise or blue. And they of course match the colors here and on the mantle, which is where this is getting hung on my pink gingham canvas, which there's a whole video about how you can make that. And I think I'm actually going to use both colors. I was kind of trying to decide. going to actually make my first thing here rather long because I'm going to be using this to go over the top of the canvas and hook this around on the back side of the canvas. So it needs to be relatively long. So I'm just going to do a long bit here and then just a simple knot at the top. And like I said, I'm going to use that on the back to secure this over the back. And once I get this in place on the mantle, I'm going to add some additional ribbon tied in a bow. But for now, I'm just going to leave it like that. And I'll make sure and add a picture to the video so you can see what I mean by that. So there you go. There's how to make this cute felt flower embroidery wreath hoop using your Cricut and of course some paint. And if you enjoyed this tutorial and this craft, give me a like. Leave me some comments below with any other things you'd like to see me make, whether with the Cricut or wood or paint or whatever. And don't forget to share the video as well as to subscribe so you don't miss future crafts and DIYs and organization tips from The Real Thing with the Koch family. And we will see you in the next video.